Oh, thanks for the thumbs up there. So for those of you watching on the replay or watching live right now, if there's anybody out there, I'm finishing up the painting I started last night. I did a little bit more ink work today, actually a lot more ink work, during a little bit of downtime I had. And when I say downtime, I emphasize downtime because, oh darn it, there wasn't really a whole lot of it. So yeah, I'm just working over my original black ink with my acrylic inks. Hopefully I'll be able to finish most of this by tonight. I've kind of got an image of how I want it to look. It's just a matter of making that come to realization. Yeah. So just basically going into the body here with some red. The surrounding I'm going to turn into like some kind of flaming cavern. So I'm just going with the basic yellow wash first and then go back in there with reds and other hues and other colors and see what I can do. Tonight I'm listening to some Tool, Lateralis. I believe that's how you pronounce it. If any of you drop on by, feel free to put a like on the video, throw in a comment, talk in the chat. Everyone is welcome. So this is what I've got far here. I'm confused as to why the ink is working really well in some places, but not in others. The paper could be finicky sometimes. But another layer on top of that will probably help solve the problem. And it did. Okay, I'll do the inside of this trying to decide what to do with these flames here. Thinking about making them blue. Yeah, why not? Hell with it. Let's try it out. It's always fun to be a little bit creative and go against the local color. And that's why I work so fast. I don't hesitate. I just kind of go with the initial, the initial thought, like, oh, let's try to make that blue. Sure, why not? But you won't be able to change it afterwards. I don't care. Let's just try it out and see what happens. If I don't like it, well, I think I'm going to like it, though. Yeah. Welcome again to anybody out there watching. I'm going to be painting for about another hour and a half. A little bit over an hour and a half. I'm aiming to do 2 hours. Can't believe it's already Thursday. Well, it'll be Thursday soon, tomorrow. I always forget her tail. Man, thanks, man. Appreciate it, the wake down. I hope you have a good day. Yeah, I'm just trying to add some inks here to this and trying to not give in to tiredness myself. It's 11 o'clock right now. It was a big day, but enjoy your day, man. Thanks for dropping by. Do I draw those? Yeah. These are all. I drew this one yesterday during the live stream, and I did the inking yesterday as well, and then I did more inking today, and now I'm in the midst of drawing this background here. It's going to be like a cavern with all kinds of like molten lava and maybe like a lake of fire and stuff like that. And yeah, so this model is from this reference photo I have, and this Venus flytrap and everything else around is like from my imagination. But no, I draw it all. It's all starts off with a blank sheet of white paper, and I start drawing the model. And as I start drawing the model, I start seeing things. So I add like her tail and stuff. All right, yeah, I'd be more than happy to work on stuff. I do a lot of like, as you can see, everything is like physical media, but I prefer using this stuff, but I could go into computer as well. But yeah, I welcome any kind of commission work. I'm looking to make this my main source of income somewhere down the line. But yeah, just hit me up on Twitter. You can DM me. Be more than happy to try to help you out with your project. I do commission work for portraits for people or landscapes or logo designs, illustrations. My whole thing is to try to satisfy the customer, give them something they're really happy with. So yeah, send me a DM. I'd be more than happy to work with you. All right. Go back in here with the. Cool. Yeah, definitely, man. Like this is what it's all about, just pulling the community together. That's one of the reasons I'm working on here like this, because I'm just throwing this out here like this is what I do, and maybe there are people out there who see this. Yeah, cool. Yeah, release it for free, get it out there for people to see, and then whenever the interest, people gain interest in it, then as Gary was kind of talking on the live stream the other day, get it out there for free at first, and then when people have the desire for a demand for the product, then you ask for some kind of monetary whatchamacallit, animated, yeah, monetize it. definitely. I'm more than happy to work with people. Are you going to the Vegas meetup, by the way? Compensation, thank you. My brain is not working right now. I was literally, before you came on, I was just going to say, oh my gosh, I think I might pass out here and just take me like a 15-minute power nap and continue, but I have to soldier on, set goals and try to achieve them. Yes, compensation. That's the word I was looking for. But yeah, they made a good point. We were talking about like putting out comic books and stuff, but like having like the first stuff just for free, just giving it out to people and saying, hey, look, this is what we can do. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I felt like, because I'm traveling internationally, I'm traveling from Japan, so I don't know, I have this funky feeling like I'm not going to be able to do it next year. And I felt like, I don't know, I go with my intuition, and it told me, like, you got to go this year. So, okay, so I'm pushing for it. Actually, I've already booked my hotel, booked my tickets. So it's just a matter of getting there. I'm not going to enjoy a like a 14-hour flight with a mask on the whole time. That's going to be, I, I can't stand wearing a mask. I have trouble breathing as it is, and one of those things, it feels like I'm suffocating the whole time. So I might just have to drink a lot, get really drunk, and pass out. Yes, yes, it has. It is. I agree with you there. The week down. Strong believer in intuition. Saved my life more than once. It's the subconscious mind realizing things that the conscious mind isn't keyed into. Exactly. Exactly. I've gone with my intuition more than once, and it always comes out with good results. So this time around, if my intuition is just saying, "Get your ass to Vegas." It's a great way to put it there. I I'm I believe I have talent with the paintbrush, but not with the literary. I'm not a literary genius, not at all. I have stories and things in my mind, but it's like I'm the opposite. Like many writers, they have this imagery, they want to see it put down on paper, illustrated, but they don't have the ability to do that. Well, I'm the opposite. I have these ideas of stories. I have a lot of difficulty writing them down, but when it comes to drawing, I'm better at doing that. Oh, is this over? Yes. Why are you pausing it? So right now I'm just putting in some gesso on top of this blues. Trying to create some, I don't know, like this blue flames. I don't know why. I don't know why. Just, again, intuition when I'm painting as well. If I have like an idea, like, okay, go with this color. Okay, sweet. It's not the end of the world if you don't like it. But I tend not to change my mind with it. I tend to roll with what the color I have in mind. Yeah, here there, man. Like I I I I don't have a lot of time during the day to draw. That's why I always do these late night art sessions, because I work throughout the day, and this is the only time I can do it. Hey man, if you think you've got the talent, go for it. You know, this is where it starts, though. It's like a little community now, but it'll grow bigger. And believe me, there's a lot of talented people out there, a lot more talented than I am. But they just, it's just these kind of, she reminds me of the red chick with me. Oh, I have no idea what you're talking about. The Underworld, Star Wars Underworld porn. Weird. I don't. Have you ever seen what's it called? Now, I forgot about this until I was painting her. I believe it was a techno group. My friend introduced me to it, and I haven't thought about this for over 20 years. Lords of Acid? I just now remember this right now. Lords of Acid. Didn't they have like a CD with these devils on it? Oh, yeah, here it is. Lords of Acid, Voodoo You. Yeah. Star Wars Underground porn. Yeah. I have no idea. I take the fifth. I don't know. I've always liked drawing the female. Many artists do the female body. It's a lot more. Got a lot more. Yeah. My friend, the CD jacket for Lords. Oh Jesus, yeah, Lords of Acid. I think it's called Voodoo You. It's got a bunch of red satanic demons, but they're all. Yeah, I remember the CD cover. Just remember this now. This is probably where it's coming from. My friend Alf, back in the day, he used to introduce me to all kinds of like different genres of music. He introduced me to Mr. Bungle, Fantomas, so many groups. Incubus. He introduced me to Tool, to Deftones, Korn, and just all kinds of music back in the days. Yeah, when there used to be a lot of good music. You gotta look for it now. A Perfect Circle, yes. I had a friend like that. He was into. Yeah, true. Yeah. Perfect Circle. Yeah, I know exactly. I'm actually listening to Tool right now. I like Perfect Circle's first album, and then the Perfect Circle, they did this covers of like, I can't remember, it's like War and Peace or something like that. I like some of the songs from that, but I'm a big, huge Tool fan. Incubus, I liked maybe 3 or 4 of their albums, but a lot of their stuff started getting like really sappy, like a lot of ballads, and I wasn't into that. But Science is a crazy ass album by Incubus. In fact, I think I'm going to put that on right now. That's what I need to listen to right now. Incubus Science. I saw them live with Mr. Bungle and System of a Down back in the day. House of Blues in South Carolina. That was an amazing show. Oh, here we go. I'll be listening to this right now. I haven't listened to this for a while. Yeah, that's the thing. Drive got them a lot of money, and that's why they went that route. But Science, what they were doing with Science, that was the shit. Yep, money. They got to them. Well, what do you do the way down? I mean, what kind of work are you into? You say you're a slave. What corporation, what business, what line of work has got you doing the hard time? All the time. I haven't listened to this album for ages. What's it's about? Pre-coof. Oh shit, dude. Man, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Fuck, dude. As they say, life is full of ups and downs, but I hope this is just gonna, we gotta make this happen then, dude. We gotta. That pisses me off. I just hear about that. I mean, I feel for you, dude. I really do. Um, that sucks. Well, man, all I can say is, I mean, this sounds so like completely ridiculous, but life is full of ups and downs. Exactly, exactly, exactly. Don't bow down. Keep your chin up, stand up straight, like a lobster would say. A certain lobster. Yeah, it does. It happens. It goes. It's weird. I don't know how much I believe it or everything, but in Japan, we've got, you go to the temple and you have they will tell you the years that, life is going to throw you a fastball, a curveball, and you kind of like, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Jordan Peterson, of course. Yeah. Um, like you have the year that life is going to suck unless you pay a certain money to the temple and do like a little prayer and get purified by the priest there. And then they told me like this year you're going to have some big changes in life, and it's all going to be for the positive. It's all going to be for the good. You're going to have like a major switch. And I don't know. I don't believe in all of that stuff, but this year I found that yeah, I could have given in, because I have my own school. I teach English and art here, and I could have just said, I'm worried so much about the coup and what have you, and I could close things down. But I had the choice to continue, and I just believed that, I don't know, if I show confidence and I show that I'm not scared, my students, they see that as well. And the people around me, they see that as well. And I hope that that gives them some kind of confidence, to not give in to this shit, to not bow down to life. But yeah, it can get old. And I'm going to be honest, like there's some times where I'm just like, fuck it, I want to give up. I don't want to do this. I'm tired of like doing the whole grind and putting up with a lot of BS. But there's a part of me that, I guess it's my grandpa, my older brother, friends and people around me that have inspired me that, stops me from thinking that way, gets me out of that mentality. But yeah, I'm rambling on here, but I hope things get good for you again. And who knows, maybe our group work together will come out with something big. That would be really nice. It would be awesome. Because there is a vacuum for good quality entertainment right now outside of I don't mean this as, I'm not trying to be like pessimistic or anything, but there are a lot of YouTubers out there who are, like Gary and Az and comics and stuff who, they cover what's going on within entertainment, but there's just not a lot of good stuff out there. And yeah, like I want to give them something good to talk about. I want to give them something. Exactly. I want to give them something impressive, something that they will want to speak about. No, not just them though, but other people as well. And I feel like I've got a talent here and I got to use it for something. And it's like other problems in the world. Like you can sit around and wait for okay, something's going on within your community or something's going on within the school your kids go to or something. You're like, oh, I'll just leave it up to somebody else to take care of the problem and be very complacent. But I think if one thing that we've learned from all this, hands are filthy. You can't expect other people to solve things that are not going well in your life or things that you're disappointed about or you don't agree with. So you got to stand up. And maybe it's the age I'm at as well, but you got to stand up and voice your opinion. Or in this case, if you don't like what you're seeing around you within entertainment, what have you, then I guess it's up to us to try to, if we're really into it, we're really passionate about it, then we got to use our talents to try to create. Oh, Williamson, do you mean vigilante? You mean VW, right? Vigilante, right? What's up? Oh, okay. I guess they did. I noticed that on here, there's like a really bad lag with messages. Like I'll talk about something and then it seems like a couple minutes later, I'll get a reply to something. And it could be out of order. Oh, Williams. Trying to see where this would connect to. But I'm assuming Williamson join. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. Oh, let me check that out then. Yeah, community projects, man, and that's another thing about like the whole COOF thing. Like so many community projects are getting people just aren't getting together like they used to. And they are like the good thing about Japan is they're still trying to promote them. They're still trying to do things together, but a lot of people are just scared. And for instance, today there is I do an English like playtime, sing along, dancing, and reading books to like infants to 5-year, 6-year olds. And usually there's about 15 to 20 people there, like 15 to 20 like kids and mothers. And today, 0 people, none of them came. And it's obvious that they're just scared. I mean, they're scared of going out and interacting with people, and they choose to stay at home instead. And yeah, it's just kind of deflating. But I'm the kind of guy, I just tell people, turn off your TV, go out, get some sun. Yes, 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 exactly. That's what I tell them. It's just like, just turn off the damn TV because all it is fear porn. They want you, the only way they can get you to watch them is by just making you scared shitless. And I just tell people, just turn it off. Interact with people around you. Yeah. I said this in a tweet on Gina Carano's post. I'll try to pull it up here. It seems to be getting some. Oh, thanks. I don't know if Roy, if you can hear me out there, Roy Marlette. That guy's awesome. He's always like retweeting my stuff. Yeah, I just basically said on Gina Carano's post because it's obvious, like we have more access to information now than we did before. But the problem is when you have so much access to information, then news corporations, they're going to be begging for your attention. And one of the ways they can do that is, of course, you have a lot of truths. You have some truths in the news, but a lot of it's just flooded with misinformation, careless, juvenile journalism, half truths, videos that they only show half of what's happening, not the full scene, and then you find out more later. It's BS. It's a bunch of BS. And when you turn it off and you don't watch it, it's so liberating. So in our house, the TV is upstairs, and we never watch it. Yes, and that's the thing that I was responding to, was the Denzel Washington video that Gina Carano put up, and I had seen that one before. I've seen it multiple times in other places, but the timing of its post right now couldn't be better. Thanks for like talking to me, man. Like he's not wrong at all. I said it's a double-edged sword. It's a double-edged sword because it's in our best interest to be informed about what's going on in the world and what's going on around you. And that's why I think it's time that we focus less on, we should be focusing more on community news that's going around in our neighborhood or in our close vicinity, rather than what's going on. I don't know, like maybe that's maybe I'm wrong about that, but I think that we should be more focused about what's going on around us. And I find that local news, yeah, yeah, he doesn't. You shouldn't be like we things that you don't talk about here in Japan, which I like, is we don't talk about religion, we don't talk about politics. And when you start opening up the conversations like, oh, hello, I'm a liberal, what about you? It's like you immediately create a divide. And I'll be damned, I'm like, I don't want to associate with politicians because the majority of politicians that I've met and that I've watched, it's just a bunch of BS. They're actors and actresses. I don't see why people have so much faith in them. I don't know. That's just me, though. So yeah, it's a double-edged sword because if you don't pay attention to it, you're going to be out of the loop. You're not going to be you're not going to be informed, but at the same time, you're going to be misinformed or you're going to be manipulated. So it's just that's why the people who live off the grid, doing their own thing out in the boondocks, there's a certain kind of serenity to that. But I don't know. I think we're all learning a lot here. Maybe too late, um, but better late than never, I guess. They filled the bridge by the end of the day. Yo, yeah, I need to check out this Vigilante. I love his stuff, dude. Perhaps in the past it was different. But yeah, yeah, yep, yes. Well, I mean, I think the position of a politician had to change. Um, it changes with the amount of power or maybe the publicity that you get. And I think that, yeah, a certain type of person is a politician. But yeah, it seems there's just paid actors now. It's almost like the WW. I would call the WWF because that's what I grew up with, like wrestling. And you never know what side they're on. One minute they could be like on the left, and the next like 2 years later they can have a completely different opinion, and they could be the bad guys. It's like I don't pay attention. Like it's so I you have to pay attention yet not pay attention at the same time. It's so weird. So weird. And I try to work it through and make sense of it all, but it's like understanding, it's like trying to figure out some really complicated equation that's completely over my head, but you have to be aware and unaware, you have to pay attention and not pay attention, you have to listen and not listen. It's freaking, it sounds like something like Confucius says. No, I didn't. I think I watched 2 episodes of the last series. I watched like two. I think it was either 2 or 3 episodes of the last season. Do you mean whenever they rebooted it, or the original X Files? Because I watched. Oh my gosh, it's been such a long time since I watched X Files. But the rebooted ones, I didn't finish the season of the reboot series. No. Yeah, I didn't finish it. I think I watched 3 episodes, and I don't know why I stopped watching it. I think I just wasn't getting into it, or maybe it was Game of Thrones or something on at the same time, and I was just all my attention was towards that until that went to complete shit. Yeah, so I didn't finish it. Was it something along these lines with what things we're going through right now? Right. So I'm going to throw all this rice in the top real quick. Oh, this is coming out. I'm really liking it. Sorry, bragging a bit here. All right, cool, man. Yeah, let me check this out. Man, just talking to you, I've been zoning out and painting. I love it, dude. Like, because talking to people while I'm painting, I'm not concentrating on it, so it's almost like you get into a state of zen. In Japanese, they call it mushin. Mushin, you gotta basically where you're you're not aware, you're not being conscious of what you're doing. You leave it to your subconscious. And so whenever I'm talking like this to you guys on here, and I'm just like painting along, like I always get like this cool effect going on here. And I don't think I would have been able to do this if I wasn't talking to you at the same time, because I just kind of let my subconscious take over. Yeah, autopilot, exactly. When you're on autopilot, man, amazing stuff happens. But whenever you're conscious of what you're doing, yeah, I know. That's the thing. My intuition was like, I can make it yellow and orange, but I was like, nah, let's go with blue. And so it kind of like goes into her hair as well. And I kind of wanted to make it look like these. They're not wings, but it kind of looks like wings of fire. But I really like this whatchamacallit, this Venus flytrap looking thing here. But the part that's going to be really challenging is here in the background because I want to make it look like a cavern of fire and lava and other demons in the background just kind of chilling out. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish this tonight. This is what I'm going to probably take 3 days on. But let me check out this Twitter. All right. Let me put a little stop to this science. What's that? Yeah, exactly. Like a demonic sauna. I like that. I'm going to roll with that. Yeah, because what I like is, I don't know. I've been working with a lot of female figures lately. It's probably, they're just fun to draw, dude. And yeah, a lot of it is like temptation and luring. That's been a theme in kind of several of them. But yeah, like a sauna. That's a cool idea. I can roll with that. All right, I'm going to check out this link while I'm doing some work here. 4 minutes? Okay, that's a short one. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yep. Uh-huh. Exactly. Exactly. What's not? Yep. Huh. Not if you create one. Or not. Mm. Yeah, that's a good clip. It's exactly what's going on right now. You just flood with all the access to information. You can't hide anymore. So the only way to hide, yeah, the only way to hide is by flooding and covering, uh, putting a gigantic blanket of misinformation on top of the truth that is already out there for people to see. And yeah, this is like, I'm going to watch this again. This is a great clip. And even though I love these statues as well, too, these sculptures. It's almost like they're laughing at us, like, ha ha ha, trying to understand it all? Yeah, good luck. Trying to figure it out? Good luck. Trying to make sense of all yeah, it's frustrating. Oh, yeah, basically, yeah. I mean, I think it's just before you would have maybe like they would have silenced that kind of stuff, but yeah, that's a very good question. Um, Now, if you just sit down and you think critically, using your common sense, you can see a lot of what's going on. Is just use your common sense. But it's so easy just to turn off your brain and not do that. I see with a lot of people. And there are people around me who are generally concerned. And the majority of people don't question anything. They just go along with the narrative and they go along with whatever the TV tells them to do. And there's other people who they can see through the BS and they feel so alone. So alone. Yes, yes, yes. They feel so alone. And I tell them, like, look, if you ever feel like you're going to get off your chest, come over, have a drink, come over for dinner. It doesn't bother me. I can make time. Like, it's therapeutic because you feel helpless. A lot of people think that they only have one chance to live during this lifetime. And when you're living your lifetime, you want to live it knowing that it's not a scam. Yeah, man, come on over. You're more than welcome. I got plenty of room for you to crash. My invitation is out to everyone. Mind you, it's virtually foreigners who don't have a visa or who don't have uh, like a permanent visa or who don't have like a spousal visa or study visa, some kind of visa. They're not letting anybody in right now to Japan. And if you leave, yeah, Gaijin, if you leave the country, like I'm going to do in August, like I am paying a ton of money in order to be able to go over there. But to me, I don't know, like I find it's money that's going to be worthwhile using, and that's what my intuition is telling me. It's screaming at me. So whenever I come back to Japan, I have to stay in a hotel for 2 weeks. Quarantine, self-quarantined. And yeah. But and I know what they're going to do. I know I can see the future. I can tell you exactly what's going to happen is there's going to be a two-tier society for a very short time where it's like the vaccinated and the unvaccinated. Vaccinated will have privileges, the unvaccinated won't. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, exactly. I'm very disappointed in how Japan's treating all this right now. I mean, it's a very peaceful country, and the people are very good, very polite, very mannerful, very peaceful. But when it comes to the government and, for example, like the media, what have you, the majority of people don't question anything. They just go along with it. And they just completely believe it like 100% they have 100% faith within it. And I try to get people to question things, but questioning is they have a saying in Japan that the nail that sticks out gets hammered. So you don't want to make yourself stand out in an unsocial kind of manner. So it's frustrating. It's, I don't know. But this is helping. This is therapeutic. Yeah. 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 Totally. I. This is what's getting me through all of this is just going online, talking to people on these YouTube streams, checking out live streams that people are doing, um, hearing all kinds of viewpoints, talking points, expanding my horizons. I'm going to listen to this again. This was a great clip. I might make this like required viewing for my students. But I don't tell my students we have talks about this because people come up and they ask me, what's your opinion? What do you think about this? And I tell them what my opinion is, but I tell them that's my opinion. That's my thought. You have to go in and do your research. You have to go in. If you're questioning things, you have to find out the answers. Or you could spread them around to other people. And one. Oh, I teach English and art. I have my own school. Um, yeah, if this is actually my classroom that I'm in right now. There's my whiteboard. And behind me is my map and all my English stuff. My American flag. Oh, there's the clipper. No, oh, don't give me Mama Susan. Yeah. That's why I was one of the lucky ones. Japan hasn't locked. They haven't locked down people, but what they've done is they made regulations to restaurants and bars that basically forced them into. Well, it didn't force them into closing, but it basically put them at that point where you were able to serve drinks or food after 8 o'clock. So basically, all the restaurants and bars had to close at 8 o'clock, which is the time that most people go to them. And they did. This is the thing. The government gave them money. Like, for example, they said, okay, show us all of your earnings that you make in a month, and we will equal that or give a certain percentage of that. And that helped the first time, but the second time, you could see that the problem is that so many people are scared to go out that a lot of bars and a lot of restaurants and stuff, you could see people closing down. You can see that it's affecting. It's affecting the economy in that way. So I was lucky because I teach English. I have my own school, so I don't work for anybody. I work for myself, and so I could control how my business worked. And there was no policemen, no government, no officials, anybody saying what I had to do with my school. So the choice was up to me what to do. Now, last year I closed it down for a month. But this year, even though they were going through the same measures that they did last year, which didn't work at all, I was like, no, okay, I'm not doing that again. I'm running things as normal, as usual. And I just trusted in my students to continue. There was maybe one or two people that might have left, but for the most part, everybody just continued coming as usual. Mind you, everybody is masked up. Everybody, except for me. I know I'm an asshole, but I will not wear one. Not again. I'm sick and tired of it. It doesn't work. It doesn't do what it's supposed to do. And I have like 3-year-old kids. Yeah. I mean, I did for a very short time. And it was like a 1 month, 2 month period because I don't want to get into it too much on here, but I kind of like, okay, I'm going to do my duty and try to, stop things from happening. But then I just looked up stuff and I was like, man, it doesn't do anything. there is a generation of children right now who are not going to know what like facial expressions are. There's just like a generation of children who, at the slightest cough, are going to immediately throw a mask on and feel like they are harming other people. I've seen it happen already. And I consider that, this is just my personal opinion, I consider that to be a sort of an abusive act. And I can't do that. I can't do it anymore. So the only place that I'll wear a mask is if I have to go to the hospital because it's required. Like they're really, really, really bad about it. They will, Other than that, everywhere else, even if there's signs up, I'm tired of it. I'm not going to do it anymore. And when you see people walking around with them barely around their nose, touching them and everything, taking them off and putting them back on, it's like, I don't know, a lack of common sense. Oh well, it's going to make me angry. And I've never been a conservative person. I've never been a conservative person. I've lived in conservative places. But I was always the person who was more of the liberal or who was more of the free thinker, I guess you would call it. But I found maybe as I'm getting older, I'm becoming a bit more, I don't think I'm becoming more conservative. I'll get myself canceled? No, I won't. We don't have that problem over here. Like in this, that's the funny thing. I think that's a big difference between Japan and the States when it comes to like all of these regulations. In Japan, if you don't follow it, nobody's going to come running at you, trying to start a fight, or threatening you, or screaming at you. But in the States, you see videos of it everywhere, like people getting really, really violent. But you don't see that here. It's kind of like quiet servitude. I don't know if that's the right way to say it. But yeah, I mean, maybe I'm saying too much, but oh well. It's just me being, it's just how I feel. That's all. YouTube's not going to be happy with me today. Yeah, I know. Well, it's because people are all like, the fire of division has been lit. It's in everything, in entertainment, in music, on the news, in the arts, in the schools. Division, division, division. Something that we fought so hard to overcome. Something that whenever I grew up, we were taught to love thy neighbor, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Jesus loves everybody. And even though I was raised in a Christian family, I don't consider myself Christian, but the whole Christian way of living taught that you loved anybody, no matter what their color, race, way of life was, as long as, we're just taught to love. But it's so in your face how right now there's a huge division being created. And if you try to question it, you get attacked for it. And I don't know, it's like, yeah, I don't know what to say about it. Let's say it's just depressing. Luckily, that hasn't hit here in Japan yet, but that's probably, it's more difficult for that kind of to go over here because it's a mainly homogenous society where over 95% are Japanese people. And so you can't really use that to divide the country. Yeah, I saw that. Yep. And those parents, those policemen should be very ashamed of what they're doing. That's just it's uncalled for. People just need to pull their kids out of the schools, man. But then what happens then is like you pull your kids out of the schools, somebody's going to be at home with the kid, teaching them if they're a certain age, which means you have like one working parent, or I don't know how that works. Maybe they have to have more community schools where the community, like it used to be, community got together and they raised the kids. It's just then sending them off to critical race theory camps, which they have become. Yeah. So maybe that's where the community has to get together, pull together their forces, right? I don't know. It's schools here nowadays. They don't teach. They tell you what you need to know to pass a test, and that's about it. Teach you what you need to know to pass a test to get into college or a good high school. It's weird. Yeah, and that's why they're still trying to break down them. But I think in the conservative rural areas, there's a stronger sense of community. And they have a strong sense of community in Japan, but this is definitely taking its toll on that. I mean, functions that we had together, like sports day events, festivals, fireworks, barbecues, and stuff like that. A lot of people they've closed them down 2 years, but not me. I'm just continuing. I'm like, if you want to come chill out and talk and have some, nice camaraderie and just be with people, you're always welcome at my place. Always welcome. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I'm walking around, I'm alive, I'm okay. And I always tell people too, you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. Mm. Do you have to go into work today? What time is it there now? It's 11 in the afternoon, isn't it? Man, I really hope that you're. Yeah, same here, dude. I was just going to say, I thought you had to say you had to run earlier, but I really appreciate you chilling out and talking. This has been great. I love that clip. That was awesome. I'm going to listen to that probably about 3 or 4 more times tonight because that was on point. Yeah, I've just been kind of like zoning out and painting on this, and hopefully I'll have something for you. Oh, all right. Oh, that's like an hour or so. Well, good luck there, man. And yeah, always glad to see you around. And I'll be looking out for some DMs or what have you if some of that comes to fruition. And yeah, good luck with the work. And I, my fingers crossed that your stuff, your other job will, you'll get back on your feet there as well. Roll with the punches, and you're taking them like a man. Yeah, awesome, awesome. You can count on me if you if what I've got is what you need, then count on me to help out. But thanks again, man. This has been a great conversation, and uh, waves out. Oh, waves out. Okay, I see your emoji. Yeah, take it easy. Have a good one. Inside. It's close. Close. I went to me. Woke up on the wrong side of the bed today. That's my your way. For so yes, There's nothing left. Comes along. I swear. Sauce. Oh. Sensations. No, no words. I'm sorry for that. Kiss the salsa, kiss the salsa. Kiss the salsa, kiss the salsa. Our lives. In the sky. Ask for forgiveness. That wanna be. Well, if you're out there watching now or later, I'm still working. I'm taking my time on this one. There's a lot of detail within these flames. As the Wake Down put, this is kind of like the demon sauna. Is that how they called it? Yeah, the demon sauna. I've been going for about 2 hours now, so I'm probably going to call it quits here pretty soon. Again, I appreciate everybody who came by and checked out the live stream, gave a thumbs up, gave a holler out in the chat. I believe it was just the wake down that came out today, but I always appreciate everybody coming out and taking a look at what I'm doing. And yeah, it's always fun chatting and drawing at the same time. Like I was saying earlier, you kind of go into like this Zen kind of autopilot mode. I always do that when I'm talking to somebody. More so, I guess, when I'm talking to the chat. It's more difficult if I'm talking to a person, and hearing their voice at the same time. We're both talking to our microphones at each other. That could be a little bit more difficult, but something I'm more than willing to get used to. Yes. Now awake. Yes. Mimi, Mimi. You know. Oh, take to sun. Oh, yourself into the second time. Aww. Yo. Okay to say I'm okay to say okay to say okay. No other than trying. Oh, oh, trying. Hey, Mimi. Oh, yeah. Oh, this would be the first time. This weather. This would be the first time. welcome. If there's anybody out there watching right now, I'm going to be finishing up here pretty soon, but I hope you enjoy what you're seeing, what you will be seeing, and what you have seen. I'm going to probably have to finish this tomorrow, but I'm going to work on this a bit more tonight. So this is what I got here so far. It's like a demon woman inside of a Venus flytrap in a certain kind of demon sauna, underground boiling pit of water place. No. So, in the water. Yeah. Well, I think I'm going to finish this one off. I've been putting and putting on it, and I just tried to call it a night. Maybe on this one. Ooh. Time to go into presentation. Okay, let's go ahead and take off the tape here. We'll call it a night. Okay. Close things up here. Call it a night. All right, so this is the final piece. There we go. Thanks again for everybody who came by and had a look and dropped in the chat. Until next time, good night.